Hello everybody and welcome to JGod Gaming. In today's video we're going to be focusing on the best class setup for the bar after that DLC 4 update. I'm actually going to give you two best class setups. The first one will be Commando with Specialist and the second one will be Expeditionary with Blitzkrieg. Definitely tried and true. Let's go ahead and get into the attachments. So for the three attachments you're going to see here, I'm running grip, advanced rifling, and extended mags, and by far I think this is the most consistent class setup. And if you happen to be one of those players that doesn't have a problem with the recoil at all, you could actually swap out that grip for rapid fire, high caliber, or a reflex sight. This first class setup that we're looking at here is more for that fast-paced player that likes to go for those gun kills, doesn't really rely on streaks. So hopefully you enjoy that class setup. What we'll do is go ahead and transition to the second class setup. But if you've enjoyed the video so far, do remember to hit that like button. On this video, I do have a goal of 350 likes. So please help me get there. And then if you're brand new to the channel, I typically cover Call of Duty news, in-game updates, best class setups, subscriber breakdowns, as well as other tips to improve videos. If any of that sounds interesting, make sure you subscribe and turn those notifications on. Let's go ahead and get into the second gameplay. And like I said, for the second gameplay, I am going to be running basically the same class setup, except for I'm going to be running Expeditionary with Blitzkrieg. I actually should have probably been running Ordnance since I was playing TDM, but overall, this class setup still works amazingly with this streak setup, as far as running a recon, firebombing run, paratroopers, and a ball turret gunner. Obviously, the three attachments, you can see them on screen, are that grip, extended mags, and that advanced rifling. So hopefully you guys get a chance to test this one out, because this one is actually a beast. Just as a heads up, I go 43-2 in this gameplay. You can see I absolutely get demolished there by a guy on a mounted turret. Personally, I don't even think these mounted turrets should be in the game. I know I've died a couple times, more than a handful of times off V2 streaks and other long streaks on Carrington, as well as Arden Forest and Gibraltar. Gibraltar less likely just because of where they're positioned, but overall those mounted turrets are a little annoying to deal with. Put that S-mine down, and if you guys aren't familiar, if you're brand new to the channel, I typically cover this part of the breakdown where I kind of go through and break down my own gameplay, kind of give you my thought process, and give you the how to use the class setup along with the what. I've already broken down the class setup for you, what attachments I'm using, what loadout looks like, all that great stuff, but it doesn't really help you if I'm not really telling you how to use it. As I come around this corner, I am kind of in their spawn, so it is kind of a little bit of a dangerous spot. The guy landed the first few couple shots, but like I said, in this gameplay I go 43-2. So I do not die the rest of this match with this loadout. I end up trying to make my way back into the middle building, because this is a strong point for the game, especially this map, is the middle building. It's one of the rare occasions where the middle building is actually best, because for 90% of maps, the general rule of thumb is to stay to the outskirts. You're less likely to get shot in the back. Positioning is a little bit better, but on Carrington, it is designed so that the middle of the map is very strong. Either in this building, near this window, blocking your back with those S-mines, or the building immediately to my left with those 4 different windows. That's another great spot to be in. You could peek into spawn, kind of spawn trap. There's a little bit of that going on, and I can see kind of where my teammates are. I see one of my teammates is in spawn, 2 are in this building with me, and I'm trying to come in or up around this left side, trying to see who I can hit. End up taking that guy out. I end up seeing a guy a little bit further. I'm potatoing my in a little bit, and I'm shooting that guy. I get out of the position because the guy is in the window, but I feel like I'm going to come around and get that revenge kill. Guy, I don't know how he's shooting through the wall and getting me. For whatever reason, I was getting hit there, but my S-mine cleans them up. That's the beauty of the S-mines. You can position them strategically, get yourself out of bad position, kind of run away, and reposition. A lot of times people are anti-S-mine just because they don't maybe know how to use them, or they die to them too often. In my gameplays, you can see that I don't die to S-mines too often. You come and catch one of my live streams, I almost never die by S-mine, and I'm not running hunkered or armored. And I think one of the reasons for that is when you start to use the S-mine, you get a better idea of where S-mines are positioned. You get better at spotting them, and overall, you're going to die to them less. A lot of times I run up to them, I see them, I back up, and then I shoot them. Or I'm able to dive in time, unless they have Saboteur on, which is kind of annoying. It almost makes it impossible to actually get out of the way in time. You're almost instant death with that Saboteur. But besides that, you can see I'm kind of locking down the building, rotating back and forth. I acknowledge the spawns flip. That's always something you got to be aware of. Because when the spawns flip, it's usually the enemy's going to be switching up, coming around the corners. I kind of block off this stairway so they can't really come around that way. Peek up. That guy's crouch walking. Come through here, kind of looking. I know the guy has resistance on. Gets hit by my S-mine. Easy little clear there. I peek that guy as he comes through. Easy little clean up there. And now I got my paratroopers, but I got to get outside to call them. Based on what the minimap is telling me, you can see where my teammate is positioned on this left side as I push forward here. So I know this is a pretty safe area. I'm acknowledging where all my teammates are. I go ahead and drop down, got this firebombing run, and now I just got to get a couple more kills to get that ball turret gunner. and streak up and obviously go ahead and go out of my mind and TDM, which is kind of unfair. I get a little assist there. Paratrooper ends up getting the kill for me, so he kind of steals that one. But I am going off still, 31 kills. I already have half the kills in the lobby, and I'm going to acknowledge that as a little bit part of the luck. My teammate isn't very good, but they are moving around the map, which gives me a ton of information because I can see those death skulls when they pop up. I can see where they're positioned. Obviously, where they're at, enemies aren't, so they kind of spread out. Even though they wasn't a great team that I'm on, they're not really calling in recons, they're not really streaking up. They are giving me a ton of map awareness because they're moving around the map. I got those paratroopers putting in work as well, and then I'm just strategically camping for those 2 kills. And it's okay to camp when you are on a streak. There's nothing against it. The only person who's going to hate the camper is the person who dies to the camper. You can see right there, I absolutely lasered that guy. And then I kind of reposition, hoping that the guy's going to chase me down. They kind of have an idea I'm in the building. Spawns flipped again. And now I'm just kind of waiting it out. Because I know if I get an easy kill, I'm going to be able to get the ball turret gunner. And it's going to just be overall nasty gameplay. So right there, easy little kill. Watching the minimap, calling this ball turret. I already know I'm covered by that S-mine. Just a quick reminder, if you are enjoying the video so far, do hit that like button. Again, 350 likes is the goal, so if you can help me out with that, I'd be very appreciative of that. If you're brand new to the channel, I do a lot of these types of breakdowns, like I said. So if you're enjoying the gameplay so far, or any of the commentary, remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn those notifications on. So right here, you can see I'm just kind of dominating the map. It is TDM, so there's no real objective. I'm just kill whoring, as they call it, where basically I'm trying to get as many kills as I can with the least number of deaths. Like I said, I do end up going 43-2, and this is just disgusting. If I had Ordnance on with Commando, maybe I wouldn't have been able to have that S-mine cover my back. So up to this point, I've shown several combinations that are very effective. I've gone into Expeditionary and how that's so effective with S-mines because S-mines are better than teammates. If you haven't had a chance to check out that video, definitely go check that one out. And then I also went through and I had that fighter pilot tutorial, showed you how to maximize your kills with the fighter pilot, especially if you can't go quite on long streaks yet. Obviously, you got to build your way up. As you become a better player, you will go from 5 streaks to 10 streaks to 15 streaks up to 20 streaks, and eventually you'll get that V2 rocket and get those nuclear medals. Obviously, it is a progress. It does take a little bit of time, and certain people are at disadvantage and advantage based off your reaction time, experience with the game, a lot of different variables. But I highly recommend go ahead and check out some of my other videos if you haven't already, because I do a lot of different things, and in every video you might pick up on one new thing that maybe you didn't know before. So I highly recommend go ahead and checking out some of the other content. You can see right here, I end up just finishing the match. Hopefully you did enjoy the content. Like I said, if you did, hit that like button, subscribe, turn notifications on. We'll see you guys all on the next one. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.